let's first answer the question, why does it sell so well? I think a huge reason is that it respects consumer demands and responds to them. Simply put, BYD knows what consumers want and gives it as much as possible. For example, in terms of appearance, whether before or now, most models in this class are typically round and cute. The style is clearly targeted at female consumer assets, but is there a possibility that it might be possible? Girls do not necessarily like such cute styles, or rather they are not limited to only buying cute styles. Including the male market, it's the same. If you want a big man to sit in that cute car, it seems the style doesn't quite fit, right? So BYD took a different path with a robust and agile style. You can see that the entire Seagull, although its body size isn't particularly large, manages to present a very agile and lively design style. In this category, I remember it still uses the same trick, and it is also the only car using this style among the cars you can see now. So compared to other cars with a cute style, it creates a very distinct difference. Additionally, regarding this design, I think it appeals to both men and women. This style really performs quite well. In this regard, I think its audience range is significantly broader. But
may I take a photo?
Then the second point is that its performance in the drivable resonance area at the same price level is really excellent. You can see that this is my normal sitting posture. My thighs are parallel, slightly tilted up, considering the height of the entire seat cushion and platform. It's very comfortable. I sit very comfortably. You can see my feet sit naturally like this, not like some similar level cars where after sitting, the legs lift up like this, creating a small guarantee kind of posture. Do you think that sitting posture is really comfortable? I really don't find it comfortable. This really does a good job with the sitting posture. And then, the design of this steering wheel cover provides you with the space to adjust your line of sight, whether you are a male around 1.70 m or a female about 1.50 m tall. You can adjust it through the steering wheel or seat to achieve a very comfortable, very good seating position. I really think this is so important. Additionally, after I close the door, whether adjusting the window or reaching for my phone, my hand, basically, you can easily reach everything smoothly. This ergonomically designed seating posture, no joke, before it came out. I hadn't seen many pure electric cars at this price do so well. So, in terms of feel, this car is just a kind of dimensional reduction strike. And then as we continue looking further, you can see that the Seagull's space, materials and configuration are very balanced. For example, although most of the dashboard is still made of hard plastic, it adds these extra materials in the middle to make the use of materials a bit more varied, and it enhances the texture, especially in the middle areas of the dashboard. The design is the same, so when you look at this car, you'll find it has a similar texture. It doesn't have that cheap feel like other competing models. As for the features, this car basically has everything. Wireless phone charging, a USB charging port, a multi-function steering wheel, and automatic headlights. Now, the intelligent design of the screen is all provided to you, and to be honest, at this price point, there aren't many smart designs that are really easy to use. For example, its control, its performance smoothness is very responsive and user-friendly. And the intelligent cloud assistant is also very useful. Hello, Xiao Di.
Fly to Canton Tower.
Did everyone see the first one? The overall response is very good. If you usually compare it with some models from other brands, you will find that some brands' smart car systems really can't call it useful. I can't say it sucks. Really can't call it useful. So this car provides a very safe space, including the Seagull's rear space and trunk space as well. However, even though my sitting posture is relatively lean back, sitting in the rear I still have some leg room. And although the trunk is a bit small, with the new year coming up, you can easily carry some new year goods and small furniture. So this car is really very balanced. It gives you everything you want. The last thing BYD solved for users, which I consider the most valuable and difficult to address, is the driving related needs. Don't underestimate the Hygo for its small size, as the overall driving experience is still very good. Firstly, the power. Hygo's overall power is indeed not particularly strong. This is its performance on the floor. Indeed, it is not particularly fast, but what's best is that it solves an issue, which is the responsiveness of power output. How much power comes when I press the pedal? From the moment I press the accelerator to the moment the power responds and outputs to me, this time is very short. Basically, whoever steps on it will get it. Don't look at this output, don't look at this tuning. In the current electric vehicle era, it seems like a very basic requirement. This is, of course, a basic requirement, but believe me, many cars in this price range can't achieve this. You always have to anticipate when the power will come, which is very uncomfortable. The steering is the same. This car's steering isn't particularly nimble, but the directional control is relatively good, and the front end's following. Its response is relatively quick, so you can easily steer this car where you want to go, combined with its very compact body. The turning radius is also very small, so this car is really comfortable to maneuver through the city. And this car's chassis, it's really a bit above the average level for this class, performing exceptionally well. It can handle bumpy roads and quickly dampen the ride. Although the overall wheelbase of the car is slightly shorter, resulting in slightly more movement over uneven surfaces than expected. Just speaking of, their tuning itself is relatively comfortable with a sense of quality and resilience. All these things mentioned above are some very normal requirements, right? Of course, don't forget that being able to somebody a bit a low-priced car performing well in all aspects is unusual. Unlike some models where you always feel something is lacking and think that a little improvement here or adjustment there might be better, this car is harmonious. BYD really put in genuine effort. He heard the consumers' needs and addressed their pain points and finally brought out the BYD Seagull. Everyone, today you will understand why the BYD High sells so well. It's because this car is small, but it is not poorly made. Do you get it? It's like a 70 square meter steel apartment. Though small, it doesn't lack space for what you love. It's the same with this car, its performance, design, and configuration. The chassis tuning and the overall feel when driving are very on point, making it a very balanced vehicle. So compared to other models, what are its pros and cons? The advantages are what we just mentioned. Its overall performance is very good. As for disadvantages, the most obvious one is basically just that its space is small. And it only has 4 seats, so if your whole family of 5 wants to go out, this car just can't fit everyone, that's all. So let's answer the final question. Who is the BYD Seagull suitable for? Very simple. If you want a car that's not expensive, everything from configuration to tuning is well handled, and you don't need this car for your family travel as a fallback, then this BYD C is perfect for you as a commuter car. Its performance will completely exceed your expectations. Okay, that's the end of our video. Stay tuned for new products. We will continue to launch a series of special year-end review programs. See you next time. Bye-bye.